coming in from Murmu's hometown, her village in Odisha. Of course, people there ecstatic that one of their own, a tribal woman, for the first time in independent India, will be assuming the highest office in the country. It's really a matter of pride. Milan Sharma joining us live from Murmu's Delhi residence. Milan, we know that the BJP office is already decked up. They're waiting. It's a countdown now that's already begun before the announcement actually takes place. But Murmu, as the governor of Jharkhand, has really made a mark in that state, because we know that JMM, otherwise were on the verge to support Yashwant Sinha, the opposition candidate, came about to support Murmu indeed. And Milan, show us what's behind you.
You're absolutely right there. Yes, definitely. You're absolutely right there, Nabila. In fact, JMM was the one who supported Murmu, along with, as we were saying, Naveen Patnaik as well. And there will be many parties that may not have agreed with the NDA, but they did come out to give their support to Droupadi Murmu. I'll just show you around now. See, this is the Delhi residence, and certainly preparations are ongoing. The security personnel is already on guard. But let me show you, they have already set up a stage there where, the decorations are still going on. I'll show you where, at which point, perhaps we are hearing that the Prime Minister, Narendra Modi, will be here. So that is going to be the point that has been cordoned off. You can see all the security personnel here as well as outside the residence. At the moment, we are inside where the preparations are currently going on, and this point will be where the Prime Minister would enter from, and that is currently being sanitized completely. We are hearing that perhaps he will be accompanied by the party chief JP Nadda as well. There will be tribal leaders from various walks of life who will also be coming here, because we just heard, see, as we speak, we are being told to move out. So these are the security protocols that have been put in place, because certainly we are hearing that the Prime Minister could be here, and definitely this entire area sanitized for that very reason. And this has perhaps been made the media enclosure at the moment. But walking around, let me tell you, laddus are not just being prepared in her hometown, they're being prepared here as well. And decorations, since morning we've been looking at, the shamiana that's being set up and decorations that have been done here. But definitely it's going to be wait and watch, because we've already seen the MP votes that have been counted, and Droupadi Murmu clearly has an edge there. So it's only a matter of time, as the countdown comes to a close towards the evening, that this place will be completely decked up and filled with victory signs, and perhaps for the BJP, a masterstroke where for the first time a president will be elected who will be a woman tribal president of the country. Back to you.
You know, as much as we are celebrating the move of the NDA nominating a tribal woman for the first time in independent India, we see that the opposition had enough and more to say about Droupadi Murmu. There were many insults that were leveled against her. In fact, Yashwant Sinha himself, who was also in the race for the highest office, called her a rubber stamp of a candidate. At this point, knowing whatever we know of Droupadi Murmu, she's been a lady, to mince no words, has been forthright and forthcoming on various issues. And this possibly should have been welcomed wholeheartedly, because she comes from the tribal community, and they really need a statement like this to feel included.
No, well, of course, perhaps being from the opposition and with a candidate like Yashwant Sinha, whose name was mooted in that very crucial opposition meeting that was held before the selection of the presidential candidate, definitely there were talks about who would it be. Names other than Yashwant Sinha were also being raised, but right now it's Yashwant Sinha versus Droupadi Murmu. And yes, allegations on Droupadi Murmu were of the fact that because she's an NDA candidate, she would perhaps be a rubber stamp president, and she would not so uphold democracy in a sense. And there are many allegations that have been leveled by the opposition, because we are looking at the current situation wherein today even Sonia Gandhi is being questioned. The Congress party is protesting throughout the country on inflation, price rise, GST, etc. And when we spoke to Yashwant Sinha, his only idea was that the president must uphold the highest office's honor, which is also upholding upholding democracy. But certainly the kind of lineage, the kind of legacy that she comes from, a community that has been uplifted in the country, that has now been put on the front of the map, because the tribal community, the Adivasi community, often left behind in a lot of sense, is getting a front stage in her name. So certainly the tribal leaders, the community members, even Dalit leaders are extremely happy at the fact that she was the prime choice for a candidate for the NDA. And certainly, even as the votes are being counted, she clearly has an edge, because the members of the parliament, whether it's Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha, and even the vote count of the MLAs that will happen, have entrusted their support to her.
Right.
So we're going to see that it's going to be a point of victory, where the Prime Minister is also expected to come here at this venue, and we just showed you how the entire area is being sanitized. This perhaps happens to be the media enclosure, and the stage there. Just I'll ask Ashok Banot to just briefly pan and show you. There's a chair that's been placed there. That's only one chair at the moment, but we'll perhaps see by the end of the day that more and more people will join in the celebrations that are about to happen over here.